Alright, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy PXG Cash Hour, coach of the New York Nido Kings, welcoming you to week 12 of the Worldwide Champions League Season 3. We just came out of a strong win last week versus Noah and the Boston Basculins. We're hoping that we can actually keep that momentum going. I think we're like on a little mini win streak. And we only have about 3 matches left. Four matches, including this one. So the more wins we get, the better off we'll be, and we can keep our spot in playoff contention. My opponent this week is the mad scientist himself, the one everyone calls my evil twin, Napalm. So when I was building for Napalm's team, as usual, I'm always practicing lately with my assistant coaches, and I was kind of afraid, slightly, kind of like how I was back in week 10, where I felt like one mishap and it could cost me everything. So I kind of had like my game plan going where my my MVP was supposed to be Curum if things were to go awry, but I've had to get the situation all perfectly aligned. As you guys saw, if I can get things aligned, good things happen, like for last week when I got the rock polished cleanly with the Ansi. So Napalm is bringing his Mega Ampharos, Milotic, Miltank, Mew, Darm, and Volcarona. As you can see, Mega Diancie, Tornado Therian, Kyurem, Suicune, Victini, and Crobat are what we're going to be bringing. So let's see how we do week 12 of the Worldwide Champions League. The New York Nido King taking on the Falls Furfrou. So Napalm leads off with Soul Titanium, the Volcarona. I lead off with Moon Princess. You guys already know, as per rules, we got a Mega Evolve. Now at this point, I bet you guys all think I hit Protect, and I did not. So, Soul Titanium goes to the Quiver Dance, raising his special attack, special defense, and speed, which could be very troublesome, but luckily for me, I clicked Diamond Storm. Which is enough to one-hit KO Volcarona, so he is out of the picture. So we're leading off with a nice 6-5. Out comes out Runaway Queen, the Milotic. Diancie does not want to run into her. So we go into Nightwing, the Crobat. Goes for the Scald. We really actually take it pretty well. Now the reason I'm going into Crobat is because I ironically was trying to gather my thoughts. There was no real reason for me to go into Crobat. I go for the Brave Bird. Runaway Queen goes for the Icy Wind, which is super effective. It was a crit 2. It does lower our speed. So now at this point I know Nightwing is not going to survive. So before he goes down, Nightwing goes for the taunt, kind of telling Runaway Queen like, yo, who you think you is? I'm Nightwing. And Milotic goes for Scald, which is enough to knock out Nightwing, but at the same time I was able to lock out away from Milotic to hit Recover. So we go into the boy Miglu with the cleanest of Bolt Strikes, because I'm very upset that this is my Milo counter. But it was enough. Nightwing's sacrifice was not in vain. Milotic, Runaway Queen, the Milotic does go down. We're at a 5v4. Out comes out Darmanitan. So I'm not staying in because Darm does have access to moves like Earthquake and Rock Slide. So I go into Auron instead, just to see what he was going to do. I feel like this is a Scarf Darmanitan. Goes for the Rock Slide, so I was right. Weaving was the best option. Auron takes the hit like a champ. Auron, you're my favorite masochist. So he withdraws Darm, effectively translating for me that he is a Scarf or choice at some point. Goes into Bipen Reborn, the Ampharos. I go for the Scald. Since it's not Mega yet, it's not going to be resisted. But it doesn't do as much as I'd hope. So now, obviously, he's going to Mega Evolve. At this point, I didn't have anything I really wanted to just take a clean hit from Ampharos. So I decided to stay in and hope that Orin, who loves pain, can actually hold his Thunderbolt. And I was wrong. So Orin goes down. We're tied at 4-4. So I go into Moon Princess. So he stays in and protects. Probably wanting to see what I'm going to click. It would have been funny if I had a Rock Polish. I did not. I go for the Moon Blast. He protects. He quickly withdraws. Goes into Moralinda, the Miltank. So once again, I go for the Moon Blast. Miltank is not known for its special defenses. Almost one-hit KOing Miltank. So I think at this point, Napalm will probably do the same thing as I did last turn with Suicune, where it's like, do I have something that I want to take a hit from with this? So sacks off Moralinda, the Miltank. She goes down. We're at a 4v3. Out comes out Darmanitan, who, like I said, does have access to Earthquake, so I don't want to risk that. So once again, I do have somebody else take the hit, this time being Coach R-Type, who I completely forgot could not take physical hits to save its life. And just like that, Coach R-Type goes down. We're at a 3-3. I'm playing very badly. Out comes out the boy Miglu again. He withdraws Darmanitan. Out comes out Bipen Reborn again. Who activates his Mold Breaker. So I go for the Bolt Strike again. Probably the most neutral of the moves I could have picked for but he does resist it badly. So I'm not gonna stay in. It's probably gonna Thunderbolt. So I go into Moon Princess, hoping that he does go for Dragon Pulse or something instead. He does go for the Thunderbolt. Moon Princess barely able to take it. And in retaliation, goes for the Moon Blast, which is enough. Bipen Reborn, the Mega Amph, goes down. I apologize, I know your hair was very luscious. Out comes out Darmanitan again. At this point, I don't want to keep playing the sack something else off, so I decided to stay in. I know Diance's not going to be able to take this hit, even with the resistance, because of the amount of health it has left. So Moon Princess does go down. We're at a 2-2 situation. Out comes out the boy Mill. Hasn't seen much action lately. Applying the pressure. So he withdraws Darmanitan. Goes into Mew. I go for the Rock Slide. I wasn't actually expecting him to switch. The rocks do nothing, so Mill comes back. We go back into Miglu. Mew goes for the Swords Dance. This is either A physical Mew, or B, it's going to baton pass this onto Darmanitan, and I'm going to cry. I go for the U-turn. I'm hoping it kills. It does not. So, if it does a baton pass and it does hit, I'm hoping it's something that Mill can take. He applies his pressure again. Mew going for the knockoff, which is gonna hurt a lot now that Mew's attacks that is at +2, and goes for the Drain Punch, which is super effective on Mill. So Mew does recover some health, not a lot, but it does. Mill goes down, and it is a 1v2 situation right now for us. Go back into Miglu. I'm back in that same situation I was a couple weeks ago with the Wilmington Crowbats. This time I go for the Bolt Strike. It is enough to kill Mew. So now it's 1v1. The question is, can I live the hit from this Scarf Darmanitan, who goes for the Rock Slide? Thank God it doesn't have Earthquake. I'm able to live, go for the Bull Strike, and I do not miss. Thank God. Is it enough though to kill? It is. Darmanitan goes down, and we barely clinched this with a 1-0 victory over the Mad Scientist.
And there goes the battle!
GG's to Napalm and the Falls Furfrou, and what was a really close match. I was having deja vu back to my match with the Wilmington Crowbats, where I was once again also tempted to click V Create, but I know if I did that one more time, I feel the coach of the Wilmington Crowbats would have actually came and strangled me in real life. So we're now sitting at a 7-5, which is not too bad. Next week we'll be fighting the captain, one half of the co-owners of the league, Captain Liam, coach of the London Lux Rays. So guys, as usual, thank you so much for watching. I do highly appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to watch whenever the next battle video goes up. Until next time, this is your boy, PXG Cash Howard, coach of the New York Nido Kings, signing off. Later.